2 today. Do you want to poke? Whoa.
Guys, look at that. Oh, there he is, got him. That might be, oh, that might be a striper. Oh no, that's a bass, that's a big old bass. Whoa! You guys, that was awesome. What is up? Travis here with Lucky Tackle Box. Guys, the sun is finally shining. The lakes are starting to heat up. Wintertime might actually be over. And that means these bass are gonna be moving up shallow to start heating up. Now, when they do that, they can be challenging to locate. And they can also be real skittish. That first wave that comes up when they're trying to heat up, any kind of commotion and stuff can really scare them back into deeper water. So that's why it's important to have a little smaller bait, like this shallow balsa minnow from Bagley Baits, where you can cover a lot of water. You can really cast this out, work it quickly, but also it doesn't make too much commotion. It's a nice small little profile, isn't gonna spook those bass, so you're gonna have a better chance of catching them. So guys, let's head out and break down this technique. So hopefully you guys will learn a little bit and be able to go out into your local water and catch some more fish this spring. Okay, let's talk about this bait. First of all, it's an LTB exclusive, meaning for all the subscribers, you guys are getting this bait before it's released to the general public. It's not available online, not available at your local tackle shop until a few months after you guys get to try it out. And this is perfect timing because this time of the year is ideal for these shallow water fish as they're moving up shallow. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But this is the shallow balsa minnow. Has a real lifelike look to it. And the action you're gonna like. As you just twitch this thing and you work this bait, it has that great action. It's gonna draw in strikes. And to keep that action, it's very important what line you use. I've got 6-pound line here. I use 6 to 8-pound mono or fluorocarbon. And if you have that thin diameter line, that's gonna allow that bait to be able to really have the action. So anyway, guys, that thin line on a smaller, medium to medium light spinning rod, and with your favorite spinning reel, and you'll be good to go. Oh, there we go. Told you. Oh, that big one bit me right there. Now it's a little bit later in the day. Look at that. The day is starting to get a little bit better. Retrieval! All right, so what we're trying to do is, we'll talk about location here in just a minute, but the way I'm positioning the boat is parallel. I'm up shallow, my boat is shallow, so if you're fishing from the shore, this is a perfect technique as well because obviously if you're from the shore, you're near the shallow areas. And so I'm trying to cast this bait parallel along here so it stays in that basically 1 to 5 foot range the whole time. And I'm using just quick little jerks on semi-taut line here, okay? So I don't want that line too tight or it's just going to pull that bait through. I want it semi-tight, so that way that when that bait, it really creates that erratic motion. And then the next thing is, I'm just experimenting with my pauses. So some of these casts, I'm gonna just cast out and the whole time. Just little twitches, the entire time, that little erratic motion is gonna keep that bait going, and we'll see if that gets any strikes. Then, every once in a while, throw in a little pause. Twitch, twitch, pause. Twitch, twitch, pause. And see if that's what those fish want. Because a lot of times, depending on the day, time of the day, time of the year, these fish respond differently to different types of action. So you want to try to figure out what it is. And then when you realize, hey, I'm getting the fish on pauses, you want to make sure you throw in some more pauses and really get that cadence down. The one thing you got to keep in mind with this bait being made of balsa, is that it floats. So on that pause, it starts to float a little bit. And if you want to keep it down there, what I do is I'll give it some jerks and then I'll just slowly be reeling a little bit in between so that bait will just kind of creep a little bit, but it'll stay down at that depth. Then I jerk it a couple more times again. So fish really become magnets for warmer water this time of the year. So you've got to think about it. There are going to be areas in the lake that are warmer than others. So first of all, where is the sun? Right now, the sun's behind the camera, so it's shining down on all this bank right here. So that's going to be a high percentage where that sun is actually shining the majority of the day. So focus on those sides of the bodies of water. Now the second thing is shallower water heats up faster. The reason being is that sun is penetrating the entire thing. So if it's a foot or 2 feet of water, the sun's penetrating through there and it's not as much for it to heat up. So these fish will move shallow. The last thing is hard cover. So we've got a riprap bank like this all the way along there. That sun beating down the rock, those rocks absorb that heat and will hold on to it longer. So as the sun starts to go down, that will still remain the warmer part of the lake through the night because those rocks were able to heat up during the day. So if you can think about those little elements, that'll help you target these higher percentage areas this time of the year. Really though, you know, obviously you might look at the rocks down and go, Travis, I don't have those in my lake. Well, those fish will go to, there is always somewhere that's warmer than others in your body of water. So when that sun's going up, figure out where you think those shallow water areas that are warmer, and those are what you want to target. So when we come along this bank right now, it all looks the same. It's just this straight long bank, and there may be fish all the way along it. But what you want to do is pick out some of those areas that are a little different than the other ones. For instance, there's a bridge that we went by. Either side of that bridge can be high areas. There's a big turn, a big sharp 90-degree turn in the rocks. That's going to be a good area for those fish to tuck in, a little cove and stuff. Just little pipes coming into the water. Anything that's different, those are going to be higher percentage areas. And then if your lake doesn't have this kind of stuff, if it's just a shallow little end of the lake, look for some kind of tree sticking up in the middle of that, or something, some little road channel that goes across it. That's going to be those areas, those higher percentage areas you really want to key in on. Oh my God, I got two. Wait till you see this thing. Holy cow. Well, I don't even know if I can swing it. Shoot, dude. Dude, I'm gonna try to swing it. I don't even know if that's the right thing to do. Dude. We just bumped the rocks back there. Holy cow. Dude, we gotta get some pictures of that too. I'm gonna show that real fast here. Look at that. If that doesn't show you that these little baits, these little jerk baits are the right bait to use this time of year, I don't know what does. The shallow balsa minnow, baby. I mean, these fish, when they go to these points, they are looking to feed. These fish were hanging out with each other and they saw one eat the meal and the other one came up and tried to take it from it. But dude, those are nice. That is two nice spotted bass, one cast, nothing wrong with that. All right guys, started at the point, we worked our way in here. The sun is facing over here, so this is a nice warm little area, lots of rock and stuff to absorb that heat. And this little shallow balsa minnow was able to call them up. These fish are probably about 10, 12 feet deep. They're suspended, but that little erratic action right up against the shoreline, those fish are looking up and looking to feed. That fish isn't gonna break any records right there, but it tunes you into what's going on. This fish, this time of the year, as water is warming up, if you find an active spot, these fish are just gonna be coming to you. Keep fishing it. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the Lucky Tackle Box YouTube channel, you're crazy. You need to hit that subscribe button so you can get updated with all the new videos that we're putting out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you out on the water.